What's going on, everybody? Good afternoon. Hope you guys are doing well. I know we're a little bit late. I know that I usually don't go this long on a Wednesday without posting a video, but I think you guys know what's going on with me right now. Hopefully we get through it in the next couple of days here. But I did promise we'd take a look at some college football prospects today, and we will. But we have kind of changed the way we're going to be doing things going forward. For one, there's only going to be 2 videos a week now on this. We're going to split it by offense and defense. So this first video, just going to be about the offense. Next video in a couple hours going to be the defense. And we're going to focus in on 8 specific positions. This first video is going to be running back, wide receiver, center, and right guard. And you'll see what's in the defensive video when we get there. But basically, with the way this season has gone, it made sense to change things just a little bit. Be right back. 60 seconds on Sleeper. All right, guys, let's take a minute so I can tell you about Sleeper, a one-stop shop for all your sports needs. You can celebrate and chat on sports games in real time with other users. You can get the fastest scores, blazing fast sports news and sports alerts right at your fingertips. And of course, you can use Sleeper to play in fantasy leagues and win real money on picks contests. This is the way sports were meant to be enjoyed together. So download Sleeper today. Use promo code SBN to get up to a $100 match on your first deposit. And you can pair that with another promo they have right now where you can get a $20 entry free with no deposit required. So get both of those things going. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details. Currently operational in over 25 states and growing. So check out Sleeper today. Get to it and go have some fun with sports this year. All right, so offense, we're going to start with running backs here. Definitely an interesting position for the Seahawks. I don't think I need to explain why. We do have a couple of new names here. Quintravion Wisner finally joins the party. Remember, I was talking about this guy before the season started, and he really hasn't done much yet this year. Finally, he got some action against Oklahoma and did great. 94 yards rushing, 34 yards receiving, 5 catches on 5 targets, very efficient. 73.3 PFF grade. So he's he might be coming on here. And if this keeps up, if his rate of usage keeps up from the first several games of the year, probably not going to declare. So he's got to keep this up if he wants to declare. Jam Miller, and that is, I guess, his name that he likes to go by. It's not short for Jamarian Miller or Jamario Miller or anything like that. He likes to go by Jam Miller of Alabama. He's creeping up. 85 yards rushing for Alabama against, I think it was Missouri on Saturday, and 25 yards on 4 targets as well. So there wasn't anything necessarily huge from these guys, but it was nice, good, efficient work. And these are guys that we need to start talking about as real prospects now. 67.5 PFF. LJ Martin was probably the biggest performer of the week in terms of running back stuff. BYU workhorse, 25 carries, $162 and a touchdown. Also, 1 catch. I think he had a couple drops. That's what dragged his PFF score down a little bit to 78, but still really good game. Demond Claiborne. I know we've talked about him before, the Wake Forest running back. $144 on 16 carries, so crazy efficient. Had a touchdown, 2 catches, 26 yards. Did have a drop, I think. Maybe 2 drops. But as a running back, he was a beast out there. 67.4 because of the drops. And finally, we've talked about this guy enough this year, but Jeremiah Love, the Notre Dame guy. Another pretty good game. Not his best, but 86 yards and 2 touchdowns gets it done. I think he had a drop as well. Lots of dropped passes by running backs this week, I guess. 72.9. It's a pretty good running back class, man. A lot of these guys are not going to go until day 3, too, like Jam Miller, LJ Martin, Demond Claiborne. I don't think those guys go day 2. So you're going to have an opportunity to get some pretty good guys later on. I like this running back class. Pretty good week for wide receivers this week. I liked what I saw from a lot of guys this time around. Makai Lemon, he's been here a lot this year. 9 catches, very efficient, 10 targets, 93 yards, and a touchdown for that really fun USC offense. Seems like every week he plays, he's doing really impressive stuff. Excuse me. I'm still out of sorts, people. Denzel Boston, another week we get to shout this guy out. A couple of touchdowns, 98 yards. A little bit inefficient, only 5 catches on 8 targets, but he made big plays when he did get the ball in his hands. So I think we're cool with that. 75.9, love it. Antonio Williams, haven't talked about this guy very much this year, but he put on a little bit of a show for Clemson, a Clemson team that's obviously not been what we were hoping for this year. Unless you don't like Clemson, then this is exactly what you're hoping for. 7 catches, 85 yards on 8 targets, so very efficient. 3 carries for 32 yards as well, so he's doing some jet sweep stuff. They're using him creatively, always valuable. 79.8, love it. And a guy that I actually watched on Saturday, because there was nothing else going on at the time for me, Elijah Sarratt of the Hoosiers, against a very good Oregon team. 8 catches, a $121 and a touchdown in a big win for the Hoosiers. Really, really liked how he became a go-to guy for Indiana in that game. Really impressed with him. The final guy, this guy went up against my team on Friday night, Ian Strong, Rutgers. He helped keep Rutgers in that game with 7 catches for a $124. Now, he needed 15 targets, so it really wasn't that efficient of a game, but still. I mean, he's dealing with Tacario Davis out there. He's dealing with a better team. He's playing on the road. He's not got the greatest quarterback. 69.6 PFF grade was enough to get my attention. Okay, so that's it for the wide receiver collection this week. It was a pretty good week for the skill position guys on offense. Offensive line, mixed bag. Center, there wasn't a lot. The only guys that stood out really positively this week, I think, were Connor Lew, who on the aggregate is working his way into the first round, by the way. This guy's getting a lot of positive press right now, the Auburn guy. No pressures allowed. Auburn had an okay rushing attack, a little less than 4 yards a carry on 140 yards total. 66.5. I mean, it's good. He's a good player. I don't know if I think he's the best center in this class, but he's in the conversation. And then you've got Logan Jones. He's the other center here, Iowa. Feels like these Iowa guys are always up here. No pressures allowed for him. And Iowa ran the ball really well, almost 6 yards a carry, 210 yards, 77.5. So he's standing out. I don't think the Iowa guys on the offensive line tend to get drafted super high, but they end up being, at the very least, for the most part, effective NFL players. Let me zoom in a little bit, I guess. Okay, so it doesn't look like my head's blocking anything, so that's good. Right guard was pretty good this week. I actually saw a decent amount that I liked from the right guard position, including another Iowa guy, Cade Piper. This guy's creeping up now. This guy's getting some real attention and focus. Did allow 1 pressure in the Iowa game, but Iowa ran the ball very effectively. Piper had a penalty, but overall he was still graded quite well, 65.5. Good, solid, effective play. Dude knows how to get the job done. Jaden Roberts for Alabama, working his way back into that lineup, starting to get more and more snaps. Did allow 1 pressure against Missouri, 126 rushing yards. Alabama didn't run the ball that well. He was graded decently, though, 64.6. So he's coming around and looks like he'll be a draftable guy. Keelan Rutledge of Georgia Tech. He's somebody who's creeping up a little bit as well. And that Georgia Tech team, they know how to run the ball, so that guy can run block. No pressures allowed. Not that Georgia Tech throws the ball that much. 268 rushing yards, 6.4 yards a carry. You can't ask for much more than that from a rushing attack. He did have 1 penalty, 60.3 PFF grade, but pay attention to Keelan Rutledge. He's going to become a very interesting guy in the coming months. And final guy for this week's video is going to be Armaj Reed Adams of Texas A&M. We've talked about him before. A&M was good. Reed Adams was good, didn't allow any pressures. 183 rushing yards for A&M. Not a killer game or anything, but a good game. 4.4 yards a carry. 66.9 PFF grade is also a good score. So that is it for this week on the offense. These are the positions I'm zeroing in on. And yeah, it wasn't bad. Center's a little bit disappointing right now. You'd like to see a little bit more from a guy like a Jake Slaughter. Excuse me. Not bad overall, though. See you guys in a couple hours with the defense. Go Hawks. See you later.